I want to pull up this op-ed. It's in the New York Post, and it reads, "My state of Washington ignored warnings about tax hikes, and now we're paying the price." It's about how corporations are leaving Washington state in search for lower taxes. Ari Hoffman wrote it, and he joins me now. Did anyone try and stop companies like Starbucks, for example, leaving the state and going to Tennessee? Because Starbucks warned them, don't do this.
A company as big as Starbucks, as politically connected as Starbucks, doesn't get up and leave overnight. It turns out Governor Bob Ferguson was warned by Starbucks in a formal letter, your tax hikes are going to hurt our business and any business that is headquartered in Washington state. And instead of actually addressing them, he signed the largest tax hike in Washington state history. Then when Starbucks asked for a meeting because Washington was considering its first income tax, Bob Ferguson blew them off until the company announced that they were expanding to Nashville, adding 2,000 jobs, laying off about the equal amount of jobs here in Seattle. And then they were building this over 100,000 square foot headquarters. Then Bob Ferguson wanted to meet with them. What was the goal of the meeting? To convince them that the taxes were a good thing, as opposed to actually hearing their concerns. And now we are losing a company, one of the ones which Seattle is known for.
Another one for you, Ari. New York City's Mayor Mamdani, he wants the feds to arrest Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Listen to what the mayor had to say about this earlier this morning.
And I can also look at Benjamin Netanyahu and see the way that he has orchestrated this genocide and also deem him to similarly be a war criminal. And it's clear that the city does not have the authority to execute this warrant. However, what is also clear is that the federal government does have the authority to execute this warrant. And I call on the federal government to join the International Criminal Court and to execute both this warrant as well as any warrant that the International Criminal Court holds.
What do you make of that, Ari? Come on.
Well, first things first, he says that the U.S. has the authority. Well, the U.S. isn't a member of the ICC, and he admits that in that statement. It's another Mamdani promise which he can't keep. He's like the kid who is running for class president who says, I'm going to give you free lunch and I'm going to give you free recess. He couldn't deliver on the free buses. He couldn't deliver on freezing the rent. And to his radical jihadi supporters, he can't deliver on the promise of arresting Netanyahu. Here's something else. In his little speech that he gave last night, he was mourning the dead terrorists. Even Hamas admits that their numbers include the terrorists. And he's not talking about arresting any of the other horrible people that are coming to New York for the General Assembly. He's not talking about arresting Putin. He's not talking about arresting anybody from North Korea. He's not talking about arresting anybody from Iran that's responsible for the death of over 1,000 Americans, including the 4 you were talking about in an earlier segment. No, he is talking about arresting the head of our closest ally in the Middle East, maybe even the world, and instead he's negotiating, his office is negotiating with Iran.
It's shameful, in my personal opinion. Ari Hoffman, thanks for joining us. Always appreciate it. Thanks very much.
Always a pleasure.